All right, let's see if I can get anybody to come back. I believe I did not have the microphone adapter plugged in properly. I did a little test audio and I was able to hear myself using the microphone. So let's see if anybody comes back. I'll go back to where I was at the beginning since I don't think anybody heard any of that. All right, who's back? If that is Archie or Badger, if you could let me know if you can hear me now. I had a microphone jack was so you have an external microphone and it's got this little adapter plug and it was not connected all the way, which is preventing all the contacts from making contact. I think that was the problem. If whoever is here, if you can hear me, say so in the chat, please. You can hear me. Hello. No, Laura. Hey, Laura's here. We have sound. So I don't know if you heard any of that, but I had a microphone. Anyway, there's a little adapter on the microphone, and it wasn't plugged in all the way. It looked plugged in, but it wasn't. So I got a Laura, and let's see, who was that? Archie. All right, welcome back. So that was a bummer. Anyway, to begin, what I was showing you at the beginning, and you may have seen this, but there's two super carriers in port here. We've got the Theodore Roosevelt and the Abraham Lincoln over there. Look amazing, and I really wish I was on one of these wave runners right here, because they're like getting like right next to the super carriers. You could get down there and take photos. Of course, there is like a guard boat out here. I'm pretty sure there's like right behind this little tour boat that's passing in front of me. There's a boat there. I'm pretty sure that's like a little guard boat. So I bet they shoo people away. But anyway, so we're on the deck of the Midway. And the chat thing is really hard. A little secret. Laura might be a member, but she's not logged in as a member. Anyway, so over here we got the A7 Corsair 2. I was saying it's not as sexy as the original Corsair, in my opinion at least. Still a beautiful airplane. I think I might build one of these next. That might be my next build. But on the deck of the carrier here, if you've never been here, they do talks. This guy is talking about how they launched the aircraft off the catapult. I did that last time I was here. It's pretty fascinating talk. Over there, they're setting up for the Best of San Diego, some sort of ceremony. Hopefully, that's evening time. But a couple airplanes that you couldn't hear me. So we got the F8 Crusader. I was saying that this little wing tip up thing is just odd to me. I always looked like it was about to fall apart. I'm guessing that was after the Corsair, like the next generation Corsair. And the A4 Skyhawk always looked way too tall to me. And tucked away in the corner here is the A6 Intruder. Traffic this morning was snarled. We ended up driving back to the hotel and taking an Uber to the Midway. And as I said, but you couldn't hear me before, lots of parking now. No parking earlier. The Emerald Princess looks massive. I'm going to have to take a cruise, Laura. As a travel agent, I'm going to have to be able to sell such things. So we're going to take a cruise one of these days. We'll do the Alaska thing first, I would suspect. Or the river. All right. There's Andy over there. Tons of people. It's been a year and a half since I was here last time. We already went through the forward loop, but I didn't do any streaming because it's all metal. I don't think there's any cell coverage down there. So let's walk towards the back. Do. Oh, I lost somebody. Down to 2. That's okay. Can always watch the replay. E2 Hawkeye. Airborne early warning, little mini AWACS, if you know what an AWACS is. It's an Air Force plane. Andrew is lurking behind me. SH-60 Seahawk. Most people are familiar with the, I guess, Air Force version of the Black Hawk. Been seeing these fly around. The Coast Guard's got another version. They've been flying it around. There's a Coast Guard base right by the hotel. And of course, the Huey. My father-in-law flew on and maintained these back in Vietnam. Not for the Navy, for the Air Force. But he probably spent some time on a gun like that. At least there's a chance. He doesn't talk about it too terribly much. So here's a good view of the island. I think that's what they call that. There's a tour that'll take you up into the island. I'm not sure if my feet are up for that today. As I said, my son has been driving me. I'm kind of beat, but they're set up for an event tonight. The thing I find interesting is they got all these. These must be for the servers. All these, the clothes in the bags, dry cleaning bags. That must be for the servers, I guess. CH-46 Sea Knight. That's pretty amazing. Synchronized or asynchronous twin rotors so they don't smack each other, obviously. And here's a big boy. The Air Force version is like the Jolly Green, isn't it? I don't know. I'll have to pause and check comments here. SH-3 Sea King. So I'm not really up on Navy helicopters, if you didn't know. Let's stop and I'm going to poke the chat here, see what anybody's saying. Picture is better. Good. Changed into a different outfit. Oh, that's bodacious enlightenment. Have to share this video. All right, more helicopters. I think this is a new one. I don't remember this guy last time I was here. SH-2 Sea Sprite. Utility helicopter. Looks like it can do refueling. H-34 Seabat. Anti-sub. It's kind of funny looking. Let me get back so you can see the whole thing. Big red nose. Is it red nose? It's not red nose day. I don't know why they got. Anyway. And over here, EA-6B Prowler. It's an electronic warfare aircraft. I think these guys would go in and take out the radar-guided missiles and stuff. Radar-guided anti-aircraft. You know, I think the island might be closed because of the event this evening. This is the other aircraft I'm thinking about building, F-4. I always dig the F-4. Let's go over on the sunny side. Yeah, this wouldn't be a bad one to build. Another beautiful aircraft. This is probably better served on my airplane channel since it's all airplanes, but I don't know if I can live stream on that channel. It's not big enough yet. There's the resting hook and part of the cable. Nuts and the fiery, smoky end of the F-4. Love the F-4. Used to see these flying around when I was in junior high in Vegas. They were still flying them back then, and you could tell them from miles away because they were so smoky. And over here, got the beloved F-14, which is the canopy is off because you can go up there and I think sit in it, or you used to be able to. But it appears to be off limits now. It's exposed. That's not good. It's kind of sad. Well, that was an interesting little happening that you probably didn't even notice. Some people actually were aware that I was filming and avoided the filming area. That's really rare, especially here in California. When I'm done, I'll have to say thank you if they're still around. So you can get in this. At least the kids can. T2 Buckeye. Trainer. And as I said, if you come here, you should attend the talk. The landing talk is fascinating. About, if you're not aware, the landing runway on an aircraft carrier is not straight down the center line of the ship, so it's at an angle. So you're landing on a moving runway at an angle. Which, rocking and pitching moving runway at an angle. Yeah, so naval aviators, I think they come by their reputation as Top Gun, Maverick, whatever. I think it's kind of justified based on some of the conditions that they do operate in. And the Greyhound, that was open last time. Looks like it's blocked off. One thing that has surprised me is how few people are actually wearing masks. I expected in California there'd be tons of masks. I've seen quite a few, not here, but I haven't seen any on the Midway, which was fascinating. S3 Viking. My wife knows the special name I have for people who wear masks. And we are at the end. This is the end of the aircraft. I got an FJ3 Fury, F9F 8P Cougar, and a crazy Vought F7U Cutlass. Look how the nose is way up in the air. That's crazy. Anyway, I'm going to sign off there, I think. And there you go. Remember to exit through the gift shop. So let me last chat. Anyway, so there's a little walk down the deck of the Midway. Hope you enjoyed that. Can't really see any comments. It's really hard to see just in general. It's very bright, very hot, but very cool. Hope you enjoyed that. So if you have any questions, put them in the regular comments, and I will try to answer them when I get back to the home office. So see ya.